Hey guys, back again. For the second day in a row, I have mail from a good friend of mine, Buddy Porter. You'll probably see him in the comments as Larry Porter. I didn't even know his name was Larry till I was doing my first YouTube channel. I've known him on Facebook for over a few years now, and so we were actually talking the other night about my record collection, how far it's gotten, and he had talked about some singles and stuff that he had that he would probably mail to me at some point. So then later on Facebook, he sends me a message asking me what my address is. So I think maybe that's what he's going to do. He's going to mail that off. He was like, "No, I found something for you and I ordered it for you." I was like, "Okay, this could go one of two ways." I won't discuss with you the actual joke that happened in between us, but basically, knowing Buddy, it could be anything from something really great to a box of dog turds, just because that's the type of friendship we have. I could actually see that happening. He's one of those people, if they tag you in something, you go, "Oh God, what was it he tagged me in?" Love the guy to death, though. Good buddy of mine. So anyway, I had already gone to work, and this morning, his package arrived. As you can see, we probably have a record in here. Let's see what we've got. His stuff from Amazon that he ordered less than a week ago gets here, and the shirts that I've ordered like 6 weeks ago have not yet to get here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so I have to say before I present this is like one of my favorite records of all time, period. Not just from this band, but all time. Kiss Revenge. This is like my favorite Kiss album, followed very closely by Creatures of the Night. But, I mean, I love this record so much. And the fact that this is now in my collection. And this is my first Kiss record. So, Buddy, thank you for the first Kiss record in my collection. I mean, songs like Unholy and Spit and Domino. Domino is like one of my favorite tracks of all time. I love the acoustic version on the Unplugged album, which I would tell you was ridiculously priced when I looked for it. But, man, it's just... This is gonna get spun tonight, I can tell you that much. Wow, thank you. And I want to say it came out in 91. Let's see if it's on here. I might have to open it to see what year this came out. But I'm pretty sure it's 91 though. Alright, I wanted to move on to give this video a little bit more length. I have some other stuff that's been in my collection for a while. That's not records, obviously, because I just started that. But some stuff I've been collecting over the years. I'm huge into music, not just listening to music. I love reading about it and watching, documentaries and stuff. So I have a few books that I've been able to collect over the course of probably the last 15 years or so. The first one I'm going to show you is Tony Iommi's book, Iron Man, a Christmas present for my wife. It was actually funny. It was weird. I was trying to remember the chronological order in which I got these books, and she couldn't even remember. And so she went back like through Amazon to see, what year it might have been, and what occasion it might have been for. Because some of these are like anniversaries, some were like Christmas and birthday and stuff. And a couple of them I actually purchased on my own. Really, really good book though. Got some vintage pictures and stuff in here. Really awesome read. Next, which is the most recent edition. I say recent because it's the last book that I've gotten I believe was also, I think this was not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. I think Christmas of 2018, I got this, and that's the K.K. Downing book, Heavy Duty. Doesn't really have a whole lot of pictures in here. Most from like when he was younger and stuff. Let's see if I can find one. There he is with his Flying V guitar. Really, really good book. And if you follow Judas Priest, you follow since his departure from the band. A lot of drama has gone down over the stuff written in this book. The next one I'm going to go to is, I believe, the first Christmas present or book that my wife got me for Christmas, and this was My Bloody Roots, Max Sepultura, or Max Cavalera, excuse me, from Sepultura and Soulfly, and like 5,000 other bands. There's some pictures in here, but what's really great is the storytelling, though. One of the funniest parts in this book, he talks about coming home late, and he was still living with his mom. They were still teenagers and stuff, and he had got a tattoo, and he was trying to hide it from his mom, but he left some of the bandages in the bathroom, and his mom had this like huge rule of like no tattoos. So she finds out he had a tattoo, and so he ends up having to sleep on the porch that night. So fast forward some years later, his mom gets a Sepultura logo tattoo, and he jokes with her, and he says, maybe I should make you sit on the porch. A lot of funny stuff in there, a lot of very informative stuff, especially when it comes to why he ended up leaving Sepultura. The next book I got, I believe was an anniversary present from my wife, and this is For the Sake of Heaviness, this is the history of Metal Blade Records, Brian Slagel, who lived in Los Angeles, and it tells a lot of the stories and the background of how the label started. Basically started out of his garage, and then it's blown up to be, in my opinion, the biggest metal label out there. Really, really good book. Here's one I've had for a long time. I can't even tell you how long I've had this book. Motley Crue, The Dirt. Obviously, they've made a movie since then. This book came out in, let me see, what year did this book come out? I've had it not long after the book first was published. Let's see. Not finding a year on that page. Gotta be in here somewhere. Maybe it's back on this front page. I don't know. You can research it if you want to. But anyway, really cool book. A lot of big stories of the rock and roll life. Here's some of the pictures that are in there. Really, not just informative, but very entertaining book as well. I don't know what happened to the cover of this book, so I'm going to have to show you from the binder. I've had this since 2009, I want to say. And it's the autobiography of Dave Mustaine. I think autobiography. I don't know. When they write their own book, is it a biography or autobiography? I've never really figured that out. You'd figure a college graduate like me would know that. Anyway, this is just a killer book. It's got some nice old pictures in there as well. To talk about the drug use that they did, the fact they even were able to make the first 4 albums is shocking to me. And the last one that I'm going to show you is a book I've had probably since about 1998. I was going with a friend to Washington, D.C. I wasn't stationed. I was going to a school when I was in the Navy out of boot camp. I went to a photography school in Fort Meade, Maryland, and we took a subway trip to Washington D.C. and somehow ended up in a bookstore. I don't even remember. This was literally the only part I remember about that trip. And bought this book right here, The Frayed Ends of Sanity, Story of Metallica. This was published in 1993, so obviously it only really goes up to like the Black Album years. But this, I mean, pretty much if you ever watch Behind the Music, it's in here. But it's still just cool, I think, to read again anyway and look at the pictures. So anyway, that is it. Had some really cool books I thought I would show you guys, and one of the prizes of my collection. Again, this is going to get spun as soon as this video is done. So everybody take care and God bless.